Hi there, David Kelly here for GrassrootsVegan.com. What I've done over the last couple of days is decided to map out my progress as a vegan, like from when I started to where I am now, and what's taken place in between then. And so what I've done is I've divided my vegan journey up into sort of 3 stages, with what I believe to be a 4th stage that will be coming soon. And I call these stages revolutions, so it's like a series, a movie series, okay? Revolution 1, Revolution 2, Revolution 3, and soon to come Revolution 4. So, Revolution 1, 2006, late summer, September, I became a vegan. And that was a revolution for me. I mean, from where I was coming from, it was a radical change in my life, and that required some major rethinking. So, I made that change. And then after that, it was transitional time. It was time to sort of get used to the fact that I no longer was eating any animal products and learning about plant-based foods. And then I hit a new place where I would call Revolution 2. And this is where, although I've been a vegan for a few months, there was still an underlying health condition that had not been addressed, and that was I was glucose intolerant, and it was a result of having way too much fat in my diet. So under the supervision of a dietitian, I modified my diet, significantly reduced the fat in my diet, and through eating a low-fat, all plant-based diet, I was able to eliminate the glucose intolerance, and with the added bonus of losing 40 pounds, feeling healthy, feeling energized, just feeling wonderful overall, feeling like I hadn't felt in like years. And after that, it was just enjoying the compliments that came my way. I would walk down the street and a total stranger would come up to me and says, you don't know me, but I've seen you around, and I don't know what you have done, but you've lost a lot of weight and you look vibrant, you look great. And I would get this continuously, no matter where I'd go. And this lasted for about 6 months. Then of course everybody got used to the fact this is the way I look, this is the way I am, and nothing's changing, right? So, after that was education. Yeah, so what I would call that, when I first had the major weight loss and the change in my looks, to me that was like metamorphosis, like the butterfly coming out kind of thing. And then after that, it was education time. I needed to learn more about the whole vegan diet, about nutrition, what was lacking in the vegan diet nutritionally, how to balance the diet out properly, how to cook and create interesting and tasting meals with just plant-based foods. And so that was a big part of it as well in Revolution 2, was education, learning about this new lifestyle that I was living as a vegan. And what was probably really significant during this time was being exposed to the whole raw food movement. That opened up a whole new world I wasn't even aware of. And so it also challenged me again in that, here I was feeling pretty comfortable by then eating cooked vegan food, because I did focus on eating healthy, eating low fat, eating nutrient-rich food, but a lot of it was cooked. The raw food movement now says, hey, veganism is fine, but raw veganism is ultimate. And that is basically nothing gets cooked and everything is eaten raw. Now they do allow for dehydrating, using a dehydrator where you can heat foods up to no more than, I think it's 110 degrees. After that, it's considered cooking. Now, the raw food approach really intrigued me, except I did have problems with the fact that it seemed to be very high in fat, and a lot of the recipes required oil, a lot of oil, coconut fat, seeds, nuts, all these overt fats, and some of the recipes that that are out there are actually they're higher in fat than like a Big Mac. And so I had problems with that because now I was already conditioned to eating a low-fat vegan diet. The raw food approach is saying, no, you don't need to worry about fats anymore as long as you eat raw. I had a hard time accepting that. I tried it for a little while, and it just, you know, once I introduced more fats into my diet, it didn't matter where they came from, it created problems. So I was still, there were still elements about the raw food movement that I liked, and being a practical person, I took what I like and left out what I didn't like. And so I started sprouting grains. I started sprouting chickpeas and mung beans, and I would work with a lot of sprouts. Also, what was really important, and you know, I'm forever grateful for discovering, was the use of smoothies, more specifically green smoothies. That was a really important addition to my vegan diet. It ensured that I got quality greens in my daily consumption of food. And to this day, my wife and I, we religiously have a green smoothie. And so another thing that I started to educate myself more in was growing a vegetable garden, so that in the summertime I could get a lot of the fresh produce from my own garden, which has taken me to another level of I'm really thinking hard now about urban farming and how much can I grow in my own space that I have in the city of Toronto during the summertime, during the warm season. How much can I grow and provide for my family? And so I'm exploring that. I want to maximize the property that I have to grow edible food. Edible food, yeah, all food's edible. Anyways, well, not all, but the third revolution, I have to move on here. So that was, you know, Revolution 2. Revolution 3, this was a period of self-realization, and there were some pivotal points that brought this about. And really what's happening here now is I'm starting to turn inward and to ask more deeper questions. There was a spiritual hunger that started to develop inside of me, and I don't know if it was a result of the way I was eating and, you know, becoming physically fit and the lifestyle, this new lifestyle that I was living as a vegan, but a spiritual hunger was starting to grow inside of me. And I think a big part of it was that I was going to be 50 in another year, and so I was asking some big questions about where, you know, what have I done in the last 50 years, and realizing that, you know, a lot of my life up until now I kind of wasted, kind of used thoughtlessly, and I didn't want to do that with the next 50 years of my life. So an important thing that came up out of that was drinking wine. Even though I was a healthy vegan, I still like to drink wine on weekends. I never drank during the week time, just on weekends. And even then it was only in the evening times, and I drank within what would be considered a healthy limit. However, I felt that any form of alcohol was could no longer fit in with this wonderful lifestyle that I was living. And so I decided, I felt like that it didn't matter how much I drank, it diminished the health benefits that I had gained. And so I decided that by age 50 I would quit wine,